On this episode of Your Month in Review, some students at the University System of Maryland at Hagerstown are cutting down their commute by walking to class. We'll take you inside the new student housing apartments in City Center. Let's just say these are probably much more comfortable than you remember your old college dorm. And these donation bins around the city may have a good purpose, but they're also creating unsightly problems in our neighborhoods. See how the mayor and council is addressing the challenge to keep our community clean. Plus, you may have noticed things are looking a bit different through downtown Hagerstown. We'll tell you about visible changes that are happening now and show you more of what's to come. I'm Erin Wolf, and this is your Month in Review for August 2015. Well, in just 4 months, a downtown building was completely transformed, from a 19-room boarding house to high-end apartments for USMH students. It's a pilot project for student housing in downtown Hagerstown, now known as Patterson Hall. It was made possible through a partnership between the city, USMH, and a private developer, Taylor Bowen. There are 4 units, each with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. They include granite countertops, hardwood floors, air conditioning, and a washer and dryer. The project is part of the Community City Center plan, which supports the expansion of USMH. The plan calls for more student housing in the future, 12 total units to accommodate 24 students. The mayor and council are taking action to prevent blight in our community. You may notice these donation bins around at area businesses, locations where you can drop off your gently used shoes and clothing. Well, it's been common for these bins to turn into dumping areas, overflowing with items and unwanted junk. Now, each bin will need to be registered with the city, and the nonprofit organization will need to provide contact information for a representative. If the bin is overflowing and unsightly, a notice will be written. If the bin isn't cleaned up within a given time frame, the owner will be fined $500 for each day the violation continues. The city of Hagerstown is supporting the new library and the surrounding neighborhood by tearing down some nearby dilapidated properties. Washington County government has agreed to sell what's known as the Massey property to the city for $1. The city will demolish 2 buildings, the Bester House and the former Meadowhawk building. The old Massey showroom will be maintained, and the property will be listed for sale through the city's competitive negotiated sale process. Now, through this method, the city ensures property is responsibly returned to the private sector for development that will have a more positive impact on the community. And you'll see more changes coming to our city center gateway from the west. The city purchased this property along West Washington Street to protect the nearby school and neighborhood. The attached motel was demolished first. Now the city is doing some work to make the building more appealing to private developers, like painting the exterior, replacing windows, fixing the roof, and repairing the porch. This property is also listed for competitive negotiated sale to get it back to the private sector. Well, West Washington Street was looking completely different the last Saturday in August because there was a giant water slide in the street. What's Next held the first downtown summer slide festival. The event included musical entertainment, food vendors, and the main event, the water slide. Also part of the festivities, the inaugural Mason-Dixon Mayor's Slide-Off. Mayor Dave Geisberts raced Chambersburg's mayor, Darren Brown, down the slide. Out of 2 runs, Mayor Geisberts came out as the champion both times. And we also saw a new look for some empty storefronts that weekend thanks to the work of Main Street Hagerstown. The design work group and the promotion work group partnered to have window scrims hung in the storefronts. They create the impression of how the space could look if it was used, like for an art gallery or a bakery. Mayor Geisberts, in partnership with the U.S. Conference of Mayors, celebrated baseball in August, proclaiming it Play Ball Month. This observance rallies the community around baseball, generating more enthusiasm for the sport. The mayor honored the Hagerstown Pony League, who competed in the World Series. They were presented with a proclamation at the Hagerstown Suns game, where they also joined the Suns players for a Stars of Tomorrow honor. Mayor Geisberts even got to throw out the first pitch at that game, too. The West End Little League was recognized with a proclamation at the Mayor and Council's August meeting, celebrating their district win this season. Plus, students from the Robert W. Johnson Community Center joined the mayor for a pickup baseball game at Wheaton Park. The city of Hagerstown is receiving national attention for its transparency in showing the community how it balances the budget. The Finance Department has been recognized with a Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. The award, which is the highest form of recognition in governmental accounting, comes from the Government Finance Officers Association. They applaud the city's comprehensive annual financial report, a document that breaks down the city's spending, purchasing, and investments. You can review the report on the city's website at hagerstownmd.org or request a copy at City Hall. There's a new addition at Pangbourne Park, an open-air gazebo in the park's gardens. The new gazebo is a great spot for a wedding ceremony, family reunion, or other special occasion. It's made of western cedar and has a lattice open-air roof. Now, the wisteria vine was trimmed back while this was being built, but it's already growing and should be covering the gazebo in the next 2 or 3 years. It costs $50 per day to rent, and you can make a reservation online on the city's website. We pride ourselves on our beautiful parks, but we also want to recognize our residents who enhance the curb appeal of our community. The Mayor and Council recognize this year's Highlight Hagerstown Award recipients. The honors go to residents, businesses, and property owners who undertake beautification projects. Anyone can make a nomination. The Beautification Advisory Committee then selects the winners. Honorees this year include Edward Williams along North Potomac Street, Linda Kaiser on Piccadilly Drive, and John Carbone from Oak Hill Avenue. The Washington County Museum of Fine Arts was recognized in the non-residential category for enhancements to their entryway. Thanks so much for watching. That's your Month in Review.